What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do the energy shout out for the sign of Libra. Okay, Libra, you guys got the energy shout out pretty much almost like by default. You guys were the last to get your energy shout out. Okay. Um, Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal. So take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay. So everyone else has had one in the collective. Okay. And so you guys, like I said, are now getting yours. After this, it will pretty much kind of like start over. Okay. Where on every Sunday, I will just pull a particular sign and do an energy shout out on Sundays, one at a time, until we go kind of like recycle. Okay. And so that way you can kind of consider it as like a bonus video after this. And it, instead of me doing based on the best energy. Okay. So the energy shout out, if you're not familiar, is primarily just to check where your energy is. Like I said, you can consider it like a bonus video if you like. I'm going to shuffle the oracle cards here and get you guys some messages. Then we'll do a crystal of assistance. So if you're a spiritualist, it could be one that you can add to your collection. Or if you're new to spiritualism, in a sense, as far as crystal work, do your research first, of course, before you use the crystals. But with the crystal of assistance, we talk about pretty much what the crystal is. I love this deck. It tells you exactly what the crystal is, how to use it, and where to use it. So I really love the deck because it's very informative. Okay. And then we'll get to a daily message for you, which is like your message of support. Okay. So at the bottom of the deck, we have Door to Spirit. Okay. Door to Spirit number 32, equaling out to 5. Okay. Changing your life. Okay. Or a lot of change possibly occurring soon in reference to the door to spirit here. Okay. So there's a dove here. The door is wide open. It's a very, it's a gold door in a sense. There's some gold tones in here. And just all this very, a lot of purity and a lot of light. I believe, if I remember correctly, Scorpio possibly got this. So you could have Scorpio in your chart. If you are familiar with your birth chart, I would suggest, if you'd like, you don't have to, but you can always go to my channel and look at the energy shout outs. And if you, like I said, if you know your birth chart, you can look at your other sign in particular placements that you like. So if you're Libra sun and maybe you have a Scorpio moon possibly, or maybe in your 10th house, somewhere like that, you can go and watch that reading if that placement is important to you. Okay. Or if you just want to stick with your sun, moon, and rising, you can watch your, Venus, if anything. Rising is your sun, sorry. So if you're interested in like your moon and your Venus placements and those are important to you, or you feel like whenever you watch those signs it resonates with you, then by all means go to the energy shout outs and watch that. And if you're watching one or two, you get more than just one energy oracle. Okay, so that might be helpful to you. Okay. So like I said, with this door to spirit, I believe Scorpio got this like a month or two ago, when Scorpio got theirs. And it's just talking about kind of connecting with your spirit guides, maybe looking at things more spiritual, in a more spiritual sense, maybe finding yourself questioning like what life is, things of that nature. Okay. Maybe getting a little bit more into spiritualism, such as meditation, things of that nature. Okay. So let's go into the book. We're going to go to the page that refers to door to spirit. which is 102. And I will have an affirmation that I'll read too for you guys, okay? You do have the fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel, underneath, okay, which is your throat chakra, okay? So you may be doing a lot of speaking, Libra, okay, or speaking your truth, okay, after this door to spirit. Opening up to your spirituality and kind of voicing your opinions a lot, maybe, or like I said, speaking your truth, okay? So you have spiritual awakenings and new beginnings with door to spirit. This door opens onto the expansive energetic realm where all new beginnings originate. The orbs of light are guiding you through the clouds of the earthly world, leading you to a deeper understanding of your eternal identity, the source of all true value and power. This door opens onto truly unlimited potential, for the changes that happen here reach deep into the core of your being. As such, this card often heralds your increasing powers in the spiritual arts and a deepening connection with the spirit world. Don't be surprised if you find yourself becoming more intuitive, more aware of Spirit's presence, or more powerful in your own healing practices. Now is the time to open up to the unexpected guidance and inspiration of Spirit and to the magic and power of your true identity. Okay? So, again, kind of like I said, this fifth chakra showing up right behind it is absolutely amazing. Once you come into your own Libra, and knowing what your true identity is and what it is that you want to pursue, that throat chakra is possibly going to get activated for you. Okay, so your affirmation with this is: I relax and connect with my spirit's wisdom and power. I live in the peace that my spirit brings and know that the world of spirit supports me. Okay, so if you're not getting physical support, you're getting guidance and support from your spirit guides. If you're religious, you can still kind of put that with it. Okay, whatever you practice. All right, like I said, you're becoming a lot more intuitive with, it could just be your everyday life or making, important decisions. Okay, you have spirit guiding you. Okay, listen. That's all you have to do, is be open to listen. So let's get into, and when I say being open to listen, make sure you're listening from a positive standpoint. Okay, one thing about spirituality, and I went through this, okay, when I decided to get into tarot, you will be tested a bit, okay, as far as, especially if you're getting into full-blown spirituality, not religion, spirituality, okay, you will be tested as far as where your mindset is, okay, making sure you're not using it, of course, for personal gain, such as, some people get into it just so they can be in people's business, okay, as far as like tarot, okay. Some people do it for that reason, others don't. Some people take it very seriously, like I do, okay, because it's actually in my lineage, okay. I have grandparents, or well, I've had grandparents, they are passed, and they're part of my ancestors, and so, and my spirit guides, and so that's why I got into it. I was supposed to get into it years ago, and I didn't, because life happened and it kind of stunted my ability to get into this, because I had other things going on in my life at the time. It wasn't time for me to do it yet. And so here I am now, into it since 2020. I started on Instagram and then came on here, and I've been doing it ever since. So getting into it, like I said, you do get tested of your being a light, okay, being a light worker, okay, making sure you're not using it for personal gain or with ill intentions if you're getting into spirituality for that reason, okay. that means you're taking hold to something that's a little bit more of your shadow self and a darker side of things, okay? Because there is light and dark, of course, okay? And sometimes you need dark in order to see the light sometimes, okay? And vice versa, okay? But you have to know the balance, thus yin and yang, okay? But I battled, with it, illusions and possibly dealing with a lot of mental strain last year. It was a really hard time for me. That's why I was like away from doing tarot for like 7 months. And I had to find that inner strength to battle over it, to say, you know what, I can do this and it is meant for me to do this. And I am here to be a light worker. Okay. And so if you're not familiar with that term, by all means, go and look it up. Okay. But that's just a brief a brief summary of what I have gone through when it comes to my spirituality, and not letting people deter me like it was done to me when I was younger, deterring me from what I wanted to do. I had so many other avenues that I could have traveled, but I was deterred from doing so. Okay. Whereas now I'm my own person. I now am using my voice to help others, okay? And I can only hope that what I do here is helpful, okay? It's not to, throw shame or anything like that. It's to actually help people become better versions of themselves than they were yesterday. I say that all the time, okay? So if I never resonate with you, it's okay. But if you get a lesson from me, then I've still done my job, okay? So with that being said, let's get into your crystal of assistance, okay? We're going to go to the bottom card for you guys for your crystal of assistance. Like I said, if you're just starting out, learn about this card, learn how to deal with crystals, from cleansing to utilizing, things like that. This card will, of course, tell you how to do that part, but you should do an overall, research of doing crystal work, okay? It's done for self-purpose, self-healing, Reiki healing, chakra balancing, all kinds of stuff. But depending on what it is that you need it for, let it work for you in that sense, okay? So your crystal of assistance is Amazonite, okay? Amazonite, very pretty here. Amazonite, okay? Amazonite. Amazonite is a brilliant blue-green mineral named after South America's famed river. The best Amazonite comes from Colorado, okay? Those who need it are teeth grinders, anyone struggling with Mercury retrograde, okay? Usually during any Mercury retrograde, there's a lot of fumbling of words, things of that nature. So throat chakra might be a little bit off. I know mine has been, and I'm trying to work on it. But it happens when it happens. Where you should put it, place Amazonite below the throat, okay? Relax your jaw and ask for the courage to speak your truth, okay? Like I said, underneath this door to spirit is that throat chakra, so be prepared, okay? When to use it is when your inner child wants a real talk with you. Ask yourself what little you really want from life, okay? Does it sound like what current you would want if you could just let yourself want it? Perfect. Now say it out loud for the whole universe to hear and go make it happen, okay? Speak from your heart, okay? Speak from your heart, okay? So ask your inner child, what it's pretty much saying here is ask your inner child, are you happy with where you are right now? What are you doing within your life that makes you happy? Are you truly happy? Speak your truth from your inner child, okay? And connect it with your heart space. Work yourself up from your sacral chakra up, okay? From your heart chakra to your throat chakra and speak that truth to yourself first. Once you figure out and speak that truth to yourself, then you'll be able to speak it out to the universe and what it is that you truly want to do. If it's something different that you want to pursue, okay, the universe will hear you and it will grant you any and everything that you possibly want, but you have to put in the work, okay, Libra? You have to put in the work. Nothing that's worth having is easy, okay? It takes work. No one just gives things to you without seeing consistency, devotion, motivation, okay? Once you do that, you can, sky is the limit, okay? So speak from your heart, speak your truth to yourself, to the universe, and then those around you, okay? Because you can easily be a beacon of hope and motivation to others. You could inspire others with your story, okay? So with that being said, let's go ahead, Libra, and get into the daily messages. Yes, I shuffle this little tiny narrow deck as I would any other deck, okay? I say it every time when I do the energy shout outs, but it's consistency and force of habit, okay? So 3 shuffles, and then I also do the same thing. I cut the deck by 3, and then we refer to the bottom card for your daily message, okay? And that will wrap up your reading, okay? And for some reason, I feel like I need to do one more time. Sometimes when I'm like talking through shuffling, I forget or don't take notice that I've done it by 3s, and I end up sometimes probably doing 4, but it's okay. So your bottom message, your daily message is, let love be your motivation for action. Let love be your motivation for action. Okay, very nice. I feel like this has came up before, but I can't remember what sign, if it did. Okay, let love be your motivation for action. Whatever it is that you love, let that be your motivation to move, to grow, to experiment, whatever the case may be, okay? Never be afraid to do anything if it's something that you love to do, okay? Whatever you love to do, it will show in what you actually present to people, okay? If they see that you actually, take it seriously and it's something that you love, then, they will eventually come, okay? But move in a sense of because you love it, not because of the monetary gain that you receive or the viral sensation, if you will. We kind of, due to society, looking at other people, we need to understand that looking at other people and seeing them get to a level of stardom, it took them a lot of years before they could do it, okay? It's very rare that someone can become an overnight sensation, okay? And again, it takes motivation, okay? It's something that you love to do. Look at comedians. They love to make people laugh, and it shows in their material, okay? If there's a particular, and not saying that comedians don't bomb sometimes, but, there's comedians out there that possibly kill it every night, and it's because they do it with a passion of love and the love of laughter, okay? So kind of take that into consideration. And there could be some of you out there that are thinking about being comedians. That's possibly why that came up, okay? So with that being said, Libras, I hope this helps you. I really, really do. I'm glad you guys finally got your energy shout out, okay? And hopefully this is, just one of many, okay? Like I said, every Sunday I will pull a sign and do a energy shout out. It can be considered a bonus video. So, after this, you guys don't get another reading until next month, okay? Remember, you guys are the first week of every month you're in that zodiac lineup, all right? So that I won't see you guys again until October. But by all means, you can go to my channel, look at previous readings for yourselves, and see if that helps you. You learn your birth chart, look up some other placements, and just vibe out, okay? But until then, I'll see you in October. Peace, Libras.